Yo, 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 what's up, party people? And welcome back to another episode of Do You Even Transform, bro? Do you?
Do you?
Do
Do
you?
you?
Do you?
Do you?
Joining us tonight is the normal crew and also our special guest, Mr. Ben Influence himself, joining us for a TFCON recap. As you know, we like to deep dive on convention reveals as they drop. It gives us an opportunity to kind of piggyback and take that alley-oop from Brian Brink on ETR's show and kind of go deeper into the subject matter, man. So if you're joining us tonight, that is what we're going to be going through. But before we go through what our normal spiel is, let's go ahead and go around StreamYard and see how everybody's doing. I am back. I survived the hurricane. I am back, and I'm happy to be back.
Thank goodness. Good thing.
Yeah, man. It was a good time down there in Barbados.
You and the missus are back. You both made it back.
Yes, yes. Well, you know.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And this is why people fly separate flights when they come back.
Wow.
But no,
for real.
No, so for real. Like that's
people
the thing,
do that.
Man. They do that.
Who got little kids? People do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got to make sure somebody's behind to take care of the little ones, man. But thankfully, we had a great time, had a great opportunity to just kind of hang out, debrief. It was our first vacation away for a long period of time without the little one, so it was a good time, man. 7 days out. No, 8. Were we out 8 days? Well, we had 6 nights, 7 days. So yeah, we were out. The next one is going to be 7 nights, 8 days. So it's going to be a good time. I already booked our next trip, heading to the grill in 2026, and we're looking forward to it.
Right. Nice. Yeah.
Wow.
Right.
That's how you do it, though. That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Save money doing that too. So.
Hey, yeah, you get that discount. Get that high discount. Paid about $1,500. So. Yeah, man. But without further ado, let's go ahead and go around StreamYard and see how everyone is doing. Let's start with our special guest, Ben. Man, thanks for joining us tonight. How you doing? How was your week?
I'm good. I'm great. It was good. How's everybody?
Good, man.
Awesome,
Man.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all.
Yeah,
I appreciate y'all having me.
Yeah, man.
Hey, man, you've been around for a while on a sneak tip, you know, running your own things in the background. Tell a little, well, I know you kind of talked a little bit about who you are and what you do, but, you know, for our guests and our hosts, tell the people what you do, how long you've been around, and not only just around, but collecting, and what brought you to the fray.
I've been collecting for maybe 8-9 years now. And I got a YouTube channel, Influences Interest, where I do reviews and of Transformers mostly, but I do other stuff too. That's why it's Influences Interest. Also, I got a podcast that I do, and I like jumping on people's live streams when I can. I appreciate the invite.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you are definitely one of those kind of sleepers in the community, man. If they don't know that you have a YouTube channel already, that is you know, that's one of those things you guys should definitely go check out. Click subscribe, hit that notification bell for his show. He also does a podcast as well that I've seen as well with him and another gentleman as well, and that seems to be pretty interesting as well. So check him out, man. Give him a follow, give him a subscribe, and you know, don't just do that. Check out his content. His content is pretty cool. So check him out. Well, Scotty, are you moving from Scotland to somewhere else, man?
Man, I tell you, lots have changed in 2 weeks. That's for darn sure. Yeah, yeah. The fam is uprooting and moving from one Midwest town to another Midwest town. I guess is Midwest.
Dallas
Midwest?
is the South, bro.
That's South. Yeah, yeah. So
feels south to me.
Yeah. So
everything's south to you.
Facts.
But yeah, so it's moving pretty fast. We found out on the 5th that we were moving, and so we were down in Dallas this last weekend. We found a house. We bid on. We made an offer. It was accepted. We're already in contract now, and we get packed by the moving company in about a week and a half, and we will be closing on the house on the 6th of August. And so we're just like, it's a mad dash, but and that's and there's a lot of things I trust the moving company with. The collection is not one of them, and so I have been spending the last 2 nights packing this thing up, and I can tell you, fellas, I have not had this much anxiety in a long time in my life, packing this stuff up and hoping that I have no casualties on the other end.
that at you, man. That's a lot of stuff.
Eric, your mic's breaking up, buddy.
Oh, my audio's.
Yeah, there you go. Much better.
Am I better?
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Well, when I first moved from the apartment to here, my collection was only 2 shelves, so it was cool to kind of just get that. Well, 2 cases, I would say. It was a TV stand case and a mini Billy, so I was able to get all that stuff over here, no problem. And I did move it myself because I just didn't trust the guys. But things go.
Absolutely. That's how you do it.
Derek, how was your week?
Oh man, it was a great week. Had an interesting weekend, actually, as a matter of fact. I went to Sean and I went to Sean. So she was like, you need to get out the house, because we needed, we had a lot going on these past couple of weeks, and she was like, you want to get out the house? I was like, you know what? I really do. Let's just go somewhere. So we decided to go to Atlantic City, and went down there, had a great time, and getting around the casino. Had a nice hotel as usual, and just really lived it up the entire weekend. Got to the tables, did my thing, and it was.
Did you make a donation or did you bring some money back home?
Oh no, dude. At first, we made a donation on the slot machine because that's her thing, the slot machines. But I was like, hey, we need to get this money up. Let's go to the table. And so went to the tables because blackjack's my thing. But I like playing with a squad. So how you got to walk around and check the tables out and see what's going on, see what's hot, see what's not. So I got at a good couple of tables, and bought some cash home, and
there you go. Let's transform my money.
I hit up all my retailers and be like, I'm back, baby. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
But no, we had a really good time, and came back home and just went back to work. I think she's off she said she was off this week, and she just spending the rest of the week relaxing before she has to go back to work. And so we just took you got to take those moments to balance each other out, and especially when you do what we do. And it was nice to get that recharge and just get back right up into it. Now I'm in here with y'all. The recharge is complete.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's what's
Good
up.
Stuff.
Rusty.
Yeah, so I just got back from you ever have one of those vacations where you need a vacation from your vacation? That's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm feeling today. It's camping, a week of camping at the beginning of January, which I talked about right in last show. Right, I was out visiting my parents in Winnipeg, which is a flight.
Got
back from that.
Glamping?
No, well, it's glamping. We have a 25-foot trailer, right? We do the whole. We don't sleep on the ground, like I said. When you're getting to 50 years old, sleeping on the ground is not something your back can handle anymore. So I do not do that. We even had to upgrade the mattress in the trailer too, because the mattresses that come in those trailers are they're about this thick. They're absolute garbage. That went right in the trash instantly. We bought a nice mattress and stuck that in the trailer. So it's a nice glamp. Definitely, we do it in style. So went out and visited my parents, and then came back, and then immediately went into another camping trip. My wife's family was having a family reunion. They do this every 10 years or so. Somebody decides that they want to get together, and so we turned that into a camping trip as well. And so I've been 3 weeks not at home. Literally have not slept in my own bed for 3 weeks until finally Friday. And man, it's nice to go away, but man, it's nice when you crash into your own bed after a trip like that and you're like, yeah, I'm home, Unfortunately, that means that I had 3 weeks worth of emails and problems that have been sitting in my inbox when I logged in yesterday morning. So that's been
somebody else's problem.
Yeah. So the last 2 days had been rough. And I was definitely looking forward to, I was barely able to keep up with everything that was happening this week and all the stuff that we're going to talk about tonight. I was trying to keep up with all the different, Facebook pages and YouTube channels and all that stuff just to see what was going on. And then I was barely kept up with it. But all of that being said, I'm after the last 2 days, again, this is my reset for me for sure. Hanging out with you guys, talking about this stuff, chatting with the chat squad. This is going to get me through the rest of the week. So I appreciate all you guys. So let's do this.
Now, if we can just hold on for just a second, I just have to know who is Big Brother D and who is K1 Entertainment.
Oh yeah, that's my dude. That's one of my homies, one of my Xbox crew. So yeah, he's coming on, supporting the show, and very, very much appreciated. Thank you, K1. That's K1. That's my A1 baby. Yeah, so, I got it. Yeah, that's an inside thing between me and him. But yeah, that's my dude. That's my dude coming on.
Big Brother D.
Support.
I guess I got.
Oh, I see in the chat. All right, got it.
Yeah.
Yo, we even got NZ. Is that New Zealand?
One of my little bros.
Is somebody coming in from New Zealand? Hori, you got to let me know, man, if you're in from New Zealand, buddy.
Yeah.
Shoo. Look at that.
From New Zealand. Oh, yeah. Okay.
And if you're looking for the name,
everybody, hey, yo, we
that is the pod. Yeah.
If you're looking for the name of that pod, that's the pod. Check it out.
By the way, Brink, I appreciate you, buddy. Yes, thank you.
Got the chat squad on fire, man. Chat squad on fire. I had a pretty good week myself, man. I can't complain. Just kind of rested this past weekend. I can't complain, man. It's summertime is in full effect. It's mid-July. It's car season, so everybody and their mama is driving their cars more. Everybody's finding more issues, which means more money in our pockets. So
there you go.
But that's pretty much it. My daughter turns 8 this coming Wednesday, so happy early shout out to Kennedy.
And is that your younger one?
So sorry,
early birthday
tomorrow.
So I'm sorry, on Thursday she's turning 8.
Oh, okay, all right.
On the 18th.
I don't want you celebrating your daughter's birthday on the wrong day, right? So
not too early. She won't let me forget it. But yeah, man. So Kennedy turns 8. Many know her because our foundation is named after her, and many of you guys have met her at various cons. As we normally bring them in tow. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to her celebrating her birthday. She's a very humble kid, very giving and loving kid. So we're looking forward to her open up her gift that I'm sure she's been wanting but didn't know was coming. So looking forward to it.
Okay.
That's great.
All right.
Yeah, man. Wolfie checking in. What's up, Wolfie? All right, guys. Well, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into did you transform, bro? Did you? Let's start with our special guest, man. Hey, Ben, did you transform?
Yeah,
What'd you pick up?
I got this little thing right here.
Nice.
Leonardo mech. That transforms from the turtle to the turtle van, and it's a damn nightmare. But it's cool looking, but see stuff falling off.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. I actually sent a message to Bobby, was like, tell whoever wants to send that to you to go to hell. Because it's crazy.
Yeah, he is not going to be happy about it.
It's a cool concept.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it, and first of all, I want to be on this too, but I'm looking at the van itself. Does the doors, do they slide back and forth, or do they just open?
No sliding. No, they don't open. These doors open, and the little Leo, where's Leo at? Yeah, little Leo's in there. It's a lot of. See, I can't even get him out. He's stuck. He probably will come through the bottom because if you can see, it's like
wow.
It's like hollow. Yeah, it's
a lot going on.
Super mess. You get a little Leo,
okay,
because he drives the mech, and actually as a robot, it's not a bad thing. But yeah, it is Jedi mindset.
So
definitely. But it's not bad as a robot, but it doesn't. It's not comparable to the one that doesn't transform.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you're looking for articulation and all that, and just badassery, the one that doesn't transform is the one.
Okay.
Man, I have to admit, dude, the Turtles, Voltron, and there's one other, maybe Power Rangers, before Hasbro bought them. are some of the most hoard out licenses I've ever seen in my entire life.
It really is.
Yeah, they are.
mean, Jesus
Yeah.
Christ. They got Robotech beat. And Robotech, everybody named Mama was making Robotech at one time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's money. Money.
Easy money. Easy money.
Mhm. Definitely.
Easy money. Well, that's
'Cause
that's
you
dope,
see me
man.
buying it.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not mad at the people who want crossover. The Turtles and Transformers and G.I. Joe was some of the greatest properties of our childhood, man. So it's good to see that stuff get some crossover appeal. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. Scotty, did you transform, bro?
So, yes and no. I got a Masterpiece Rhinox in, and I turned him around, slapped a label on him, and sent him off to our friend Bobby
Nice.
for review, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do much because,
Yeah,
Yep.
you're moving.
So,
You're moving.
so yeah, and
counts.
that's but
That counts.
but
I
I
just
will
saw
say,
that review.
while this was not received, I do have to tell you that Eric, Mr. Alien Attack is going to be on his way to you tomorrow with all the accessories and everything.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
you guys were talking about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
right.
yeah, he's all yours,
Yeah,
buddy.
Man.
I kept him out of the
Sweet,
pack.
man. I
just for you.
appreciate it, dude. Looking forward to it,
You know-
man. I need a representation of that Samurai Prime in my collection.
You know, Scott, if you want to send stuff to reviewers, Ben and I are right here. You don't need to go with Bobby. Bobby's got enough shit going on, man. Like,
His bed in.
help a brother out,
Well said. Okay.
We'll
all
talk.
right.
We'll talk offline. We'll sort this out. Don't worry.
Operators standing by.
That's what's up, man. Well, Rusty, let's see what you got. Did you transform, bro? Let's see if we can.
Man, this showed up today. Luckily, otherwise I was about to be a goose
right at
egg.
the deadline.
There you go.
Hey.
Okay.
All
right.
To pull the trigger on
Pipes and
Huffer
Huff for New
Pipes.
Age. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mentioned before I was trying to wait to see if I could snag this with what's the Dinobot that's coming out? Not the one we're talking about tonight.
The New Age Slag.
New Age.
Yeah, Slag. Yeah.
No.
No, Sludge.
New Age Snarl. New Age
Snarl, I think.
Snarl.
It is Snarl.
One of them. Anyway,
It's-
whichever
too
one
many S's.
whichever one Show Z has up on their website right now.
Oh, that Slag is getting ready to go off.
Yeah. So I was
Slag.
hoping to wait
Yeah,
for
I
that.
said it.
Yeah.
Slag.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was hoping to snag that and get the two of them together to save a little bit on shipping, but I didn't want to wait and miss it, so I went ahead and pulled the trigger on it. And like I literally just ripped this out of the box like an hour ago because I ran down to check the mailbox and there it was, thank God. And yeah, so I haven't even gotten around to cutting the tape, which I'm doing right now. But I'm gonna I'll do a review on this guy soon and throw him up on the channel so you guys can check that out. But that's all I picked up, just that guy right there.
There
That
you go,
guy
man. And you get a 2 for
right
1.
there. 2 for 1.
So if Brian Brink wasn't an admin who had keys to this place, I'd shoot him to the cornfield. He's such a hater, man. He's such a hater. The crime looks better with flames on him anyway.
Of
How about
course
that?
He does.
How about that?
Brink brings the entertainment value to the chat squad every time.
He does. That's my
Yes, he
dude.
does.
We have a friendly rivalry. He likes Prime. I like Rodimus. Go figure. Go figure.
Go
All right, let's see
figure.
if Derek has transformed, bro. Did you transform, bro?
So I started to transform before I left because I got my my tapes in, but I didn't get a chance to take them out and really play around with them. So
but you transformed. You got something this week. That counts.
well, I got them, but I haven't had a chance. I haven't had a chance to really put my fingers on them and just really just do the work, if you will. Yeah, because I still gotta. Oh yeah, that's right. You gotta get the tape. You gotta slide through the tape on the sides of these too. So yeah. Took it out the box, but I didn't get a chance to put my hands on them. Yeah, looking forward to this one because I think the tape I love the most, the two tapes I love the most in here is Buzzsaw and the Auto Scout. So the Auto Scout only.
Oh well, you might as well just send Rat Bat my way. I mean, we'd be all right.
Oh no, Rat Bat's with.
Oh, that's right. He comes with the other.
Yeah. They did that on purpose.
Yeah. You know what's
dumb.
wild about
So
that? I don't know if y'all heard about it, but people were talking about they were reporting in issues with their Rat Bat to get another Rat Bat.
Oh yeah, I saw that
Really?
madness.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was like- So that became a thing. And I was talking to one of the retailers and just giving them a heads up about it, and I was just like, yeah, man, so if you start getting notices, people doing that, make sure that they actually bought an acoustic blaster from you before they be telling you that they got a broken rat pack. So yeah, so
I want the other one back before I send you another one.
Yeah, because I don't know how much they're going to charge for the replacement, but sometimes you just get parts, but they'll also when they're the small stuff, they don't have the actual parts, they'll send you the whole thing. So you'll be paying $15-$20 for a rat bat, and that's how people have been getting their rat. I'm like, yo, man, that's not cool at all.
No.
So,
these are small companies trying to do their best, and that kind of stuff is an expense to them no matter what.
Which is all the reason why I would tell them to reach out to support@fanstoys.com. I'm not helping you with that, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Right. Yep.
Yeah,
that's
crazy. But at the same time, to be fair, I'm paying what I'm going to pay for this. I paid this $400 for this thing.
Oh,
man. It's hard to be sympathetic. It's hard to be sympathetic when it comes to stuff like that, especially.
All I'm gonna say is that I hope to God that the piece is already in combiner mode, the centerpiece, so I can just add other pieces on. I don't want to fiddle with none of that other stuff. I don't care about the stand. I don't care about the battle station. I don't care about
I don't either, but I'm gonna have to.
Hashtag reviewer.
Oh yeah, you got to. Yeah, you got to review it.
I'm not looking forward to it because I don't care about none of that. I just want to put it together.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel you there.
I saw Wolfie's comment. He said something about 2 screws.
Hit him up. There is some issues with Slugfest and the Scout, so be careful.
Okay.
So hit him up off to the side.
Yeah.
I must have had a good version because people keep telling me that mine was fine.
Oh, you know what? I'm looking at them,
but I keep hearing it though, so I know it's a real issue.
Yeah, I'm actually looking at it now. I can actually see it. Okay, well there you go.
Yeah.
Hey yo, Eric B, did you transform this week?
My good sir, I did. It's been a while. So let me start with the gift that I got from Ricky. So I do like Prime, contrary to the belief, Brink. And only Prime representation I was missing in my collection or have never owned was a Optimus Primal. So I got this from Ricky, who's getting out of Beast Wars. So
is that the masterpiece?
Cool. This is the only one I want. This is the masterpiece.
Wow.
So that's the only one I wanted. I didn't want Cheetor, which is the first Transformer I bought with my own money. I didn't want what was the tiger's name?
Tigertron?
Tigertron.
Tigertron? I had that. So I think this will be the last Prime that I need to buy from my collection. And I'll have a representation of every Prime that I've ever owned in my collection. So there we go.
Nice.
So I got that.
I don't know why I didn't think he had Beast Wars.
Yeah, he mentioned it. We was talking about it last night. I know. Listen, you know what, Brink? I know it's not Optimus Prime, but it's a representation of a Primal. Good enough. That's all right. You don't even want to he doesn't even want Transformers 4.
I think Brink's got to be one of those hashtag truck not monkey guys.
I'm down with it. I don't normally rock with Beast Wars, but I never owned it. I always wanted it, and I got it. So
why do you need beasts when you are a beast?
Well, sometimes
you
gotta have a
to
smaller representation.
There's no sucking up on the show. You're
hey, Rusty, you chill out. Listen,
you don't need to suck up to him.
I'm not sucking up to him. Sucking up to him. I give him enough crap. He can tell you.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Mr. LeBron hater. So
man, I still want to be into the MP line for Beast Wars so bad, man. So if anybody,
Dinobot would be the only one that I want.
Dinobot, Megatron, and
this Rhinox is just
Rhinox really looks good. Though,
beautiful.
It does.
Yeah.
I don't have any of the other Beast Wars stuff, but that looks so good, and he was on sale on Amazon JP for like $170. And so I was like,
oh, there you go. Let me get it.
Wow.
Yeah. So I work for Volkswagen, as many people know, and I have no attachment to this guy. Hashtag not my wheeljack, but he does turn into a bus So I bought this on sale at Walmart today. I think it was $19.99.
You can have that sitting on your desk at work.
Yep. So I'm gonna transform it into the bus and put it in my office at work. So that works out for that. What else did I get? I got some other stuff that came from this same store, but it's not Transformers related. So I'll leave that stuff to the side.
Okay.
But I did get that new Lego Bumblebee.
Nice.
I didn't even know about that.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I got the Prime already, and it's $79. You can get it at your Lego store. You can actually get it from Amazon as well. I think Amazon offers free shipping, so does Lego. So either way, if you got a Lego store by your home, might be a good idea to check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over there.
All right.
Yeah, and that's me, guys. That is me. So let's go ahead and move on to our next segment. Let me get back to the brand, and I got a question to ask. Does it still hold up? And tonight we got Mr. Derek B doing the presentation tonight. So let's go back to the screen here, and let's see what holds up in Derek B's collection.
All right. So before I start this, here's a little disclaimer.
Uh-oh.
You got like
I'm about
6
to
of
show
these.
you.
What he is about to show you.
For all you haters out there, I still love this line. I
Okay.
respect this line. I absolutely adore this line because this line has, takes me to certain parts of my childhood that, I'll never be able to get back. But it was just an enjoyable time in my life where if I couldn't get what I wanted because of the cost, I can get this because of the cost.
Yeah, it was like a quarter of the cost.
I just want to go on record as I objected to this from the get-go. But go ahead.
There you go.
Listen,
Let's see if Courageous still holds up. All right.
I had that,
for all
man.
of y'all that don't know, yeah, I know it's missing a fist, but focus.
Now that you mentioned it, I can't focus on anything else.
So it doesn't hold up.
Yeah, I couldn't find the fist. That's all it was. But this is my man Courageous from the Guardian GoBots line, and as you all know, the gimmick for this is a power suit system. So each the leg, both legs, the arms separate from the bot, and they're all individual power suits, encapsulated by a GoBot of your choice. You can literally use any GoBot for any of these systems. Some of them it seems like it doesn't fit, but this one doesn't.
Scooter.
Admittedly, this is Scooter in here, but
it was too big.
Yeah. His I had him in this one. I had him in another one on the bottom ones at first, but I wanted him on this particular arm. But yeah, they're all power suits. They literally fly around in these power suits. These power suits enhance their abilities in certain ways. They either increase their blasters, their powers. In Scooter's case, he does the holograms and what, so it intensifies that. There's also suits that give you increased speed, all of that. Yeah.
Vinny,
so yeah,
today that was the day I learned that thing existed.
I remember that thing. I got a many of those instead of Transformers.
Yeah, I'll make fun of me all you want, but we're gonna get to this, damn it.
Yeah.
So,
Jedi mindset said, go back, combiner.
Yeah,
a few of them, bro. Yeah, dude.
How many of y'all got this?
Transformers?
How many of y'all know about that Blue Leader one though? Yeah,
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember.
But yeah, but not only did I have Courageous, I also got Grumpy.
Recolor, repaint.
Man, weird
So,
things are.
This is the Renegade. This is the Renegade version of the power suits.
That's what they were called, the
Renegades.
Renegades, yeah.
Yeah, this is the Renegade version. So, but yeah.
Is
does
the
it still
center
hold
bot?
up?
So I'm completely unfamiliar with this thing, but is the center bot also a power suit, or is the center bot a bot?
The center, but so they use the limbs were basically the main parts.
The power suits.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the main parts that they used to fight and battle the Renegades and whatnot. The ship later came in. Now, this was first introduced in the episode where they introduced the Last Guardian. which was a human who actually created the GoBots on Gobatron and created Gobatron. If you're not familiar with that story, we're not going to talk about it right now because of time. So go
I'll give you this. This is an original idea that the GoBots had that was not in actual Transformers.
Yes, because this was licensed under Tonka at the time.
I remember that. That's why a lot of that
That's right.
They came out first, but they had to rush.
They did. They did. They did.
But it didn't come out as soon as GoBots came out. This came
it came out later.
Oh yeah, that came out later. Yeah.
Yeah. So shout out to them for the originality of this whole concept. The ship itself, the Last Guardian had used this in, when he built this suit. So he created the power suits for the Guardians, but he originally piloted this suit and then later used it to form the entire robot. Later on in the series, as they used this, the ship was automated because the Last Guardian had left and left them this gift to use in the pursuit of happiness and even all that good stuff. Because the GoBots was a lighter theme than Transformers. It wasn't as we say dark as Transformers. So and
that centerpiece became its own jet too. So that thing could fly off on its own and do its
right.
thing.
That's what I'm saying. Because the Last Guardian had used this ship, and now whenever they call it to bring it all together, they just call it, and then it just appears, and that's it. So because this is what the ship looks like on its own. Tight joint. The joints are still tight. Everything is still tight on this. On all
the legs up. Yeah,
the legs up.
And I remember this. I owned them both. My mama bought them both. I think these things are only $20 a piece.
Yeah, they were cheap.
Back in the day.
Because you can. I couldn't remember if you can get them as a gift set. But I do remember you having to buy these separately.
They were only the gift set when I had them. So my mom, when I got them for Christmas, I got them both, and I had them both, and it was a big old large gift set, and it said GoBots at the top.
So they did come out.
All the figures were individual out. Yep. But I didn't own any other GoBots, which is crazy. Like I think I owned maybe Scooter and Turbo, and that was it.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I just had that. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I got these big giant robots.
I got turbos and
I had a puzzler.
So Ryan dropping the facts here. Power Warrior suit, courageous is the Renegade's warrior. Power Warrior, the design is the same as Gungry with different colors.
Grungy.
The original Japanese one,
not grumpy. I call him grumpy.
Okay.
Grungy, yeah.
The original Japanese one could fire missiles out of its feet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this one don't do that one. But the feet on this one, it stores the hands and whatnot, and you're putting it together. Now, the feet actually attaches to the jet, which
feels very Voltron. I don't know why, but it feels very Voltron to me.
It's very Voltron-esque.
Except you don't have to insert keys. See what I did there? On the inside of the jet, you can also place a GoBot inside that as well.
Okay. All right.
No. I never put two GoBots in here.
You can put one on each side.
Can you? I never even knew that. Thanks, Eric B. I'm doing that. Look, I'm gonna do that all night while we're doing this. But yeah, the feet goes on to the wings.
Yep.
As kind of like boosters.
Like boost.
Yeah. So
brings back memories, man.
So yeah. I mean, when we had toys like these and they're designed like this, first of all, Tonka, you find any Tonka truck or anything, it is built to last.
Yeah. If the paint didn't chip and it rusted to death, those things were great.
That was it.
They lasted a long time.
That was it.
A bunch of them in the dump right now.
But the landing, the metal, all the this plastic and die cast. The landing gear and the wheels, they're all die cast.
Yeah.
So yeah, man.
So what's up, Chat Squad? What do you guys think? Does it still hold up? I mean, I know for some of you guys, this is something that you've never seen before. But I mean, you can still say if they held up, even if it's your first time seeing it, just based on what he did here in the show. Let us know in the chat.
Yeah,
let us know in the chat.
Like I said, everything is still tight on this. You know, nothing's like loose. You know, we switch it to the side. You know, it doesn't fall down or anything like that. But yeah,
interesting thing. I'm packing up my collection, right? And the majority of my collection, I transform maybe once, and then I put it on a shelf, and it stays there. There are a ton of figures that I was picking up, and there were things that were loose on them that I'm like, how in the hell is this thing loose? Because I have never, ever touched it. And now you're sitting here pulling out something that is arguably, 40 years old? 40 years old, and it still has. I was gonna give it the big old thumbs down because one, GoBots, and two, fucking G1. but honestly, I'm thinking, damn, if it's still got tight joints, kudos.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta give him his props.
Yeah, props.
Yeah, I think we can probably all agree that regardless of what it is, right? If after 40 years, 10 years even, right? If your joints are still clicking, your ratchets are still clicking and all that stuff, that's a solid figure. Yeah, when the thing's just been standing on the shelf forever, like constructors, like one of the worst, right? People touch that thing after it's been sitting on their shelf for a few years, and they're like, "Oh my god, the hip joint literally exploded into a billion pieces," and or "Oh, I just took it back out of the box, and so broke into whatever." Like that's terrible, right? But yeah, a 40-year-old figure, good for you, Tonka.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. I switched them up so it closes. Actually, I got and this is Blaster, the GoBot version of Blaster. So I put him in that. I put him in scooter suit, so it makes more sense. So actually, the front of it closes and all that stuff. But that's the beauty of this, man. It's just fun. I mean, like what I said, when I tell y'all, every time I pull this out and just start messing around with it, man, it just brings back that fun feel to it, when you had so much fun just doing everything that you used to do with these, man.
And if Derek's excitement and enthusiasm is not infectious, then you are a cold dead soul.
I think it still holds up, man. That's one of those things. I remember it as a kid. It wasn't a whole lot of articulation in it, so that might have helped it kind of hold up. Turbo might have helped it hold up, but it definitely holds up, man. I think. What y'all think? What y'all think?
For what it is, I definitely think so too.
Yeah. Thumbs up.
And you're right, Derek. Like until you pulled it out, I remember that thing. I never had it, but I know I saw it, and I know I had my hands on it as a kid. And the minute that you put it up on the screen and you started talking about, the GoBots fit inside the legs, it's like a power suit. Like it all just came coming back. So that's a nice pick, man. I like that. Yeah, that's definitely cool.
Yeah, you can't be a kid from the 80s, especially a kid who liked robot toys and not know about GoBots.
Exactly.
Yep.
Derek, were you and I technically kids of the 80s, or were we kids of the 70s?
Well, we're kids of the 70s.
Well, y'all were born in the 70s, but y'all were raised in the 80s.
No, you and I were born in almost the same year. I mean, we grew up. We were born in the 70s, but the 80s.
Y'all were raised in the 80s. I was
born in the late 70s.
I was technically born. I was born in
70s, 74.
Yeah,
but that's still late.
Yeah.
I'm 70.
Y'all all older than me, huh? Look at these old farts.
73 here, boys.
But yeah,
Jesus Christ.
I may be an old fart, but my toys were way better than yours when you were born. Yeah. How about that?
You may be an old fart, but he smells sweet.
I own GoBot. What are you talking about? I think it was my first Transformer into the 90s. So I was broke, man.
Transformers in the 80s, early.
Yeah, 80s. I'm sure. You
did. Yeah.
Y'all have money.
Hush. Now you you call me old again. Yeah. I must stop calling me old, damn it.
Y'all have money. You probably bought your own Transformers as old as you are.
No, I didn't. No. Actually, you know what? Hold on, let me think about that. When Transformers first released, I was 8, 9, because
you were 8.
Transformers first came out.
82.
No, 10. We were 10. We were 9 or 10.
84. Okay.
84.
Yeah. I know. I turned 10
I was
2 days later because Transformers first appeared on American TV, on September 17th, 1984.
Yep.
So it was 2 days before my 10th, 3 days before my 10th birthday. That's what
A month before my 11th birthday.
Yeah. There you go. So yeah,
Look
shout
at
out
that.
to the
I was 9.
shout
I was
out to
about to be
the
10.
shout out to the the wise ones, because that's
Listen,
what
I
we are.
wasn't born until 1982. All y'all old.
Oh, man.
Jesus
Christ.
I didn't know you was that young.
Yeah,
We
man.
accepted. We accepted.
What you mean you ain't know I was that
Trying to
young? What, I
watch.
look old?
No, you don't look old at all. I just didn't know you was that young. I thought you looked good for your age. I was
I
like,
appreciate it. Clean it up. Clean it up. Clean up
You
on
ain't
our
gotta clean up nothing.
Listen,
you're honorary old. That's what it is.
no, I didn't even know Ben was that old. If I'm being
Honestly, you know that he's young because he's a LeBron fan instead of a
Oh my
Jordan
God, are
fan.
we doing this again?
Oh no.
Hey,
Come on,
I'm
let's
both,
stay on
so-
topic. No, please, let's stay on topic.
It's all good.
Yeah,
Now it's 4. And then there was 4. How about
Don't-
that? All right, so
don't-
continuing along.
Don't mess with the guy with the buttons. Pushing buttons.
That's
All
the
right,
guy
let's bring him back to the studio. Bring him back.
Yeah,
To the
yeah,
studio.
Oh,
yeah.
Scotty, I missed
Yeah,
you, buddy.
yeah.
You okay? You okay, buddy? In purgatory over there? You all right?
Yeah, you know what? I'll take my licks.
All right.
Look at
Age shaming.
What up, DS Icons? I ain't seen you in a minute, man. Welcome to the stream.
Yeah,
Glad you
DS,
joined us.
what's
Well,
up,
DS.
dude? Yo,
What's up?
Been a minute,
Yo,
man.
DS.
Been a minute.
what you think, bro? Does it still hold up? It does hold up. All right, so yeah, okay, so I guess we're done.
All right,
Yeah,
man.
thanks-
We'll move right
thanks for
along,
that.
guys.
Thanks for
Let's go
that,
ahead. No doubt, man. Thanks for doing this week's segment, man. And we do this every week, guys. So we take something from our shelves and we find out if it still holds up. And it has to be something that's at least, I think we said the rule was 5 years or more. So to try to see if it kind of still holds up, just to see if the joints and stuff hang up, if it still fits in your collection, aesthetic wise,
Yeah.
so on and so forth. So
Yeah, anytime I
there
do
we
this
go.
segment, I'm always going to bring up something from the 80s because I got to, because we got to see,
Yeah.
'Cause for people to pay the money that they pay on eBay and stuff for all this old stuff is,
Mhm.
got to see if it's worth
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think
man.
it is.
Yep.
I think it is.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Well, let's go ahead and get into what the people came here for. And that is the TFCON recap. If you guys did not know, you've been living under a rock. There was a Transformer Robot Convention up in good old Canada.
The
Not too
Canada
far from
Robot Converting Convention, in fact.
There you go.
Brink.
About 5 hours away from him, but in Toronto, I believe is where it was. That's where it's held
Yep.
at. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, well,
So,
Mississauga, which is a suburb of Toronto, but I mean, Toronto's big enough. It's Toronto.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
All
All right, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. But before we get into what took place at TFCon, this is another shop that happened around the world. Let's talk about Transformers Studio Series. So
Oh, yes.
go ahead,
Yep.
Rusty.
For those of you who, are, like you said, we're living under a rock. Oops, maybe if I clicked on the window first. We're getting an SS86 Optimus Prime, and he looks like that.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad. He looks like
Yeah.
a mini MP44, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Yeah, when I saw
a lot
it,
of-
I saw the same thing.
yeah.
Mhm.
There's a lot of good detail going on there. I mean, I actually saw somebody complain that this is too tune accurate on the
I heard
internet.
that.
And I'm going like, there's no pleasing you guys at all. We give you an absolutely fantastic, tune accurate looking Optimus Prime from a mainline collection for all you mainline collectors, chug thugs, whatever you want to call yourself, and you're still not happy. So I don't know what to do with
Because
you
yeah,
guys,
there was a
but-
bunch of people that complained about MP44 being so expensive, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And this dude's coming in at a whopping $90. Is that right?
$90, bro. I pre-ordered it today. I'm gonna go in on it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
have
No?
to- Well,
I mean, it looks great, but
Well, no. I'm not taking away from what it is
Yeah.
or anything like that. But
I got
because
too
I think
many.
it absolutely looks gorgeous, especially with all the effects that it comes with. But I'm looking at my primes that I have now, and it's like
Got too many.
I got too many. And plus,
yeah, me
if
too.
you really think about it, the Transform Element one was pretty much the same, almost the same price as this one, but just without the trailer. And this is probably the first Prime that I have seen in a while that will not come with a matrix, or it doesn't indicate that it comes with a matrix.
It
Well,
does.
somebody
I
said
think.
that the doors
Yeah.
open, the hinges. You can see the hinges.
I saw a
open.
picture of it.
Right.
Oh, did you?
Because it
Yeah.
didn't show any pictures of
It had the matrix
chest
on it.
opening. Okay.
Okay.
I think it went off for pre-order a couple hours ago.
Yeah, it did. It did. I got mine
Yeah.
from BBTS because it sold out on Amazon. And
That's where I saw the pictures.
Okay.
Squad
Yeah,
has a lot
check that
to
out.
say about this.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what they're talking about. Let's see. He said, "Hold on, it's $90."
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
So-
$90 with the trailer and the weapons and effects, roller, the repair bay,
Yep.
and
Yeah, I mean,
people-
green
and you know
line
what?
like this is great.
People are going to complain about another trailer, but we'll get to a picture here in a minute. But there isn't, like, look at that. Look
I
at
mean, but can
$90
we
bucks?
be honest, man? Like, so how much was the Ultra Magnus? 100 and some odd bucks?
Mhm.
Like 125, I think, or something like that.
I don't know because I didn't get it. I didn't get the Ultra Magnus one, but the Ultra Magnus did look good though.
Check Squad, help me
Yeah,
out.
I
man.
got it, but I don't
You got the Ultra
remember how
Magnus?
much it was. Yeah,
Was it
I don't
in
remember.
the $90 range? as
Yeah, it
well?
was about the same price. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
and I
I
mean,
mean-
there's some people that are talking about MP10. I agree, is amazing bot, right? But MP10 is still like trying to get that in the aftermarket. You're going to be paying
Yeah.
$200-300 for that thing easy.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
And
even if you want the
MP44 is
Hasbro one,
worse.
that one's up there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
And MP44 is still going for 400 US easy. Like,
Dude,
easy.
that's if you get it from a retailer. I've seen that thing go as high as $600. As a matter of fact, Travis is selling his used one for $650.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And
Really?
he went off
Yeah.
of eBay prices. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I mean, it
Yeah,
is
it's
what
like-
it is.
After I got MP44, I just stopped paying for primes. I was just like, yo, I'm not, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't even
G1
pay.
primes.
I only paid $200 for it. So
I had to
it's
make a
like,
prime display, so like I had to do a new
Yeah.
display.
so
I had
many
too many.
primes that
Mhm.
if you notice this, and I don't know if you noticed this or not, a lot of us, we just unconsciously purchase primes just because it's the new prime, and then when
It's
you
pretty-
sit
it's
down
pretty
and actually
conscious,
look
if
at
I'm
how
being
many
honest.
primes you got, you're sitting here counting. You're just like, oh my god, I got
This
like
is-
22 primes. I
That's
gotta
pretty
stop.
sick, though. That's pretty sick.
What Derek is saying
that
has,
effect,
has
I
the
love
effect.
that.
What Derek is
love
saying
that.
actually is worth expanding on, but I just have
I got
to
a
say
video
this
coming
picture-
about addiction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Optimus
This
Prime
it's
edition.
almost worth it for this shot right here alone.
Well, I was just going to
Yeah.
say the same thing, Scotty. Like, just that blast effect alone, people are going to buy this thing just for that blast effect alone,
Yeah.
right? Honestly,
Yeah,
and these
probably.
weapon storage in the back there for the gun, and not only there's roller, right? Roller with
Yeah.
blast effects with the repair bay attached on top of it,
Yeah.
right? Like look at this and this. Like this is the thing that gets me with this stuff, right? And every time is if you give me decent weapon storage, because I'm a big hater on too many accessories, but if you give me storage that I don't have to keep it around in the box and I can put it
Yeah.
away,
Same way.
you know.
I'm there with you.
All right, I'm in, right?
Yeah.
Like, and this, look at this, like everything
And-
packs away in this thing. Like,
And quite frankly,
Jeez.
MP44, it almost came with too many accessories.
that's man,
it had
exactly.
it had that like drawer underneath the trailer
The
that you
trailer?
could
Yeah.
store like
Yeah.
With
head
all
and,
the
and the
extra
blast
stuff.
effects and stuff like that, but it didn't store everything. So you're still
Yeah.
left like, where do I put the Starscream
Only thing it didn't.
pylons? And,
No, mine got it. Mine was in there. The only thing mine didn't store was I want to say it's the jetpack, which you could put on the top of the trailer if you want
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
But mine's is in the bottom. All my stuff is in the bottom of that trailer.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was able to get everything in there. But it is like the sad part is they got to give you instructions on how to pack it because it is in the, it's in the instruction book.
That's
That's
true.
true.
Like a like a Rubik's cube,
No, it's
Yeah.
not gonna be in the instructions because
like Tetris.
Like playing Tetris for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But this looks
100%.
very MP44-ish. It has articulated hands that go
Yeah.
out and open and close. It has this 5mm port, which you knew you were gonna get. It's a mainline
Yeah.
figure. But
Yeah.
for a mainline collector, I mean, yes, MP10, the Hasbro version back in the day was 10, what was it? 99 bucks. It was
$100 bucks. Yeah.
bucks.
Yep.
This is basically what you're getting, but this is inflation for you guys. Like this stuff costs more, but it looks
Yeah.
very
Yeah, it does.
MP44.
Yeah, MP10 would not cost today what it cost back then.
No.
No.
No,
not at all.
way.
Right now,
Yeah.
at that point.
Yeah. So this is a hell of a deal for what you're getting.
What was the cost for MP10 when it first? What was it?
$100.
The real,
It's
the
$100.
real MP10. No,
Yeah.
For
Japanese
US release
version was-
MP10, it was $100.
It was $100, but the one in Japan, the Takara version, was $200, $249 or something like that.
Okay.
The one with the trailer.
Yeah, I'm talking about the one because I got the one with the
window?
clear.
Yeah,
the
that was
window
$99.
one with that came
that
with
was a Toys
Vector
R Us
Sigma
exclusive.
and all
Toys
that.
R Us one? Yeah, I got that one.
Right. Yeah, that was the one that was 100.
Release
So this
price
is a
for
good question.
Takara's MP10 was $159.
$159. Okay. So this is a good question. Are mainline collectors cool spending $90? I don't know. I don't normally collect mainline, if I'm being honest, but I'd imagine so because Rodimus as a deluxe was $29 or $39.99.
I don't think they're cool, but I think they will.
They're gonna do it.
Or Rodimus or Hot Rod?
The Hot Rod, sorry.
Yeah.
Shoot, the
Because the
Kingdom
Rodimus-
Rodimus was $79.
Yeah. And I caught
Yeah, it
Rodimus
was.
when it was on it hit Amazon for like $35 one time. I was like, oh
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that
that's
steal.
when I bought it.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember Dust talking about it when it was like that. I'm like, yeah, you
Mhm.
might as well go on and jump on it if you can.
Yep.
I'll be honest. If I was a
got two.
mainline collector and I was going to spend $90 on something, I wouldn't be hurt by spending $90 on this.
No,
Like this looks
no,
this looks
probably
good.
Not.
This looks
Probably
good,
not.
right?
But with
Like
the trailer
honestly,
and stuff, it comes with a lot.
yeah. And to be honest, when I saw this shot, I was kind of sold on this shot alone, right? Just
Yeah, yeah.
because the nostalgia comes back real fast, real hard, right?
Yeah,
So
it
anyway,
does.
but it's good, man. It's a good looking figure. I like it.
But
I like
one
it.
thing we can't expect collectors to understand is part count. So they don't give a crap about that.
Mhm.
But we, as people who've been around for a while and kind of wanted to know where the money is going in these things, we know part count is going to make anything that has multiple parts, the articulation you want, the pieces you want, the accessories you want, it's going to drive that price up because it means more molds.
Yep. Yeah.
And
sure.
Brink is right. I'm with him. I think it was $250 to $300
MP10.
The
The
Takara
Takara
version.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
The Takara
I didn't
version.
even know that.
All right. I might be misremembering.
So it was
Oh.
always more expensive overseas for that stuff.
Yeah, the car versions was always.
They were no joke.
Ryan also said he bought the Year of the Horse MP10 for $60. And I
Yeah,
got that one
yeah.
too. You know what? And then until now, because I never opened it, I just bought it. I never knew it even came with a trailer. I thought it was just a big option.
Yeah, the clear trailer. It came
Yeah,
with that clear one.
Yeah, I need to actually look into. But I have that. It's literally sitting in the storage right now. It's
Ben,
the
you need
old
to
one.
you need to have Derek on your addiction show because he obviously has a problem.
I really do.
Who's buying stuff and not opening it? Come on.
Yeah,
Anyway.
that's Derek.
I
He
got it at the
clear.
time. and I
That's
was
part of the
it was a
conversation.
steal of a price for it at the time. So I was just like,
Yeah, no, I
yeah,
get it.
go ahead and
I
do it.
hear you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this wasn't part of the TFCON third party panel or the product panel. This was something that came out actually. I think these pictures came out on the weekend, right? But it wasn't
correct.
at the TFCON. So we thought we'd throw it in there for you guys just so we could talk about it because it's obviously going to be a hot topic right now. So there it is. Let us know down in the chat. I mean, you guys are obviously blabbing about it pretty hard already, but let us know what you think. Are you getting this thing? Are you not getting this thing? Let us know what you think in the chat there, Chat Squad. In the meantime, let's move on to the main topic. TFCon Toronto. And as we said, it just happened. Guys on ETR talked about it. We're going to dive into it a little deeper for you guys as we normally do on the show. And we're going to start off with the Flying Penguin on skis.
I just have to point out the symmetry
Yes.
real quick.
Yes, sir.
We have a Canadian show.
That's right. That's right.
Being
That's right.
being announced and
If
led
you're-
by our Canadian member.
That's right.
This
If
is
you
what we do, people.
right.
Yeah.
We're doing it right.
We're doing it right.
Mhm.
Proper. So we'll start off with the Flying Penguin on skis, aka Mastermind Creations. There wasn't a lot from them. Some of the stuff was interesting, though. I'm going to give a shout out again to Sony. Again, Sony, thank you very much for all the stuff that you do for our community. He was at TFCon again, running around the booths, taking pictures for us. So some of these pictures you'll see are actually from Sony. I will give them a shout out and point them out as they come up. But he did take this picture of, looks like a working prototype of MMC's Devastator.
Let me
This
real quick.
Yeah.
No, this wasn't there. Sony didn't take this, but he
Oh
did.
no.
Yeah,
He
this was at
posted
a
this
Chinese show.
Shanghai
Chinese,
show.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Sorry. All right. Fair enough.
He did post this
So,
on his.
but he did
post
post this
it.
stuff.
He did post
Yeah.
it,
Right.
yeah.
Okay.
Right. So it's gonna be a half
So-
and half type of thing going on right here.
Fair enough. So Sony, I take back half of what I just said. Anyway, so we got a working rendition of MMC Devastator here, and I got to tell you, this looks a lot better than I think the renders that we originally saw. I was scared when I saw the renders; it looked really skinny around the waist. This looks a lot better. So I'm a lot more hopeful about this, and I think I'm definitely more excited about it now. Than when I originally saw the renders on this. So I think I'm going to go in on, with the Devi wars going on, and we're not going to get into it too much. There was another company that's doing a Devastator now. So I think we're up to 2,352 Devastators that will be coming out over the next 10 years.
Yep.
And this is
11.
one of them. Yeah.
So
So
some interesting things about this one, right? So I honestly think the more I look at this picture, the more I think that thigh on the right hand side, which is left, is actually mistransformed, because you can see there is a long version of it there. So I think it's twisted wrong, but it is worth pointing out for those people who might be, nervous about it. And then also, of course, it would be his right leg, the gap that is there just above the hood of his cockpit. Yep, that's it right there.
yeah, right here. Yeah.
Okay.
Outside of that, though, this looks freaking phenomenal. One thing is interesting is that Scavenger's a scoop is somehow missing off of this.
It's missing here, yeah.
Yeah, but for all-in-one, fuck.
It's not missing. They have both of the same figures on the same.
Oh, you're right. Look at that.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the
So they
same
don't
figure on
have-
either side here. They don't.
Nice call out.
It's
yeah.
two bone
Nice
colors.
catch.
Well, I didn't even
Yeah.
notice that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they haven't.
But what I
developed
also
that
think
yet.
is the case is I don't think that thigh is mistransformed.
I
or
think it's
anything.
supposed to be like
That's
that.
what it's gonna look like.
You think so?
With the all in
Because
one.
all in one.
I just don't know, man. If
I will
that's the
tell you that
case,
I-
it's a serious drawback to this one for sure.
I did see multiple pictures of this, not just these ones that Sony posted, but other pictures, and maybe it's the same model, but it was the exact same thing from other people, other sources that had taken pictures of this. So we'll have to wait and see, right? Scotty, you might be right. You know what? We'll mark it down in history right now to see. Scotty's going on record as this is mistransformed, and we'll see if Scotty's right in the next.
I hope he's right.
MMC
Several
is
months.
just so it's just
I hope so, too.
really they're on point with most of their stuff, so I have to believe
Agreed.
it's transformed. But
Yep.
hold
And
me
it's also
accountable.
it is
Hold me
a
accountable.
prototype. I don't think this is a working prototype. I think it is just
Facts, Wolfie.
a resin. So we'll see.
Yeah.
No Computron. Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. We do for Computron and Obamas, but we're not going to talk about that
please.
right now.
I'm going to jump ahead to the next one. This one, surprisingly, again, if you go and check out Sony's YouTube channel, Team Reviews, he did a live stream. There was somebody in the crowd at TFCON. There were several people, but there was one guy at TFCON. They were super excited about this, right? So
I'm
this is
excited
an
about it.
MMC
I would have been that guy.
Fortress Maximus IDW, right? I'm assuming this
Yeah,
is from
IDW.
IDW, right? Yeah, okay.
Version,
Yeah, so an IDW version, and so this would be like a retool of a mold that they did previously, and people were super enthused about this. In fact, I was surprised at the reaction to this compared to the reaction we got to the stuff we're going to talk a little bit later on about. You know what's coming, but people were all over this, and I got to tell you, like I'm not into the IDW stuff from MMC at all, but this looks sick.
Yeah.
This looks solid.
It looks
There's three things about this, right?
Was this the
One,
crowdfunding?
it is the crowdfund.
Is it really? Okay.
Yes. So it's not a crowdfund now, but back
No,
in
no,
like
yeah.
2019, 2020,
Yeah.
there was a crowdfund for the guy. This guy put out his design to MMC, and they tried to crowdfund it. It didn't work because there were some other things that were going on at the time.
Yeah.
But it is the same design. There's three things about this. It has the same articulation as their Optus Prominion. I think we've all got that
Yeah.
figure around
Yep.
someplace. But
Okay, show it right there.
Yes, and that guy right there, which is it's got amazing articulation, right?
This is the part that excited me the most because of that level of articulation that this figure is going to have. Not the figure itself was exciting enough, but to know that you're going to be able to do all the posing that you did with that opposite spectrum, oh my goodness, I can't wait to get my
hands. That's why I'm gonna buy one.
Number two is that he is the same size or effectively equivalent to the size of Overlord or their Overlord, which is Carnifex. So if you have Carnifex, it will match up perfectly with him. You know. And then number three is, of course, the biggest issue with the guy that came out previously, the Perfect Effect, is that he turned into what was effectively a conglomerate. If he had the like head transformation, but nobody was really interested in that. The alt mode was just it was farted. It was just no alt mode at all.
It was a bad looking tank.
Yeah, that's right.
Or what they thought was a tank.
And this guy actually transforms into something that looks like a genuine vehicle.
Yeah. The other thing to note too, right in the bullets on the left there, is that the treads actually roll, so that's a nice feature as well, right? But when you get him into alt mode, where's the alt mode at? There on the left side. So those treads are actually going to roll. Which again, like stuff like that, right? Those features, right? That's the stuff that we really enjoy, right? We know that they take the time to put that effort into the figures. So that's a nice touch too.
Now let me ask you guys, was this the tank in IDW? Did it look like that in IDW?
It looked like that to me.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was very similar. It was, and his alt mode is also more. Sorry, not his alt mode. His robot mode is actually more true to the actual comic, because you can see the red guns on his shins, and that's something where in order to make the Perfect Effect one look like that, you had to buy the accessory pack.
Extra.
Okay, that's true. I remember that. Frank asks a great question. What do you guys think would be the price on this figure? It's going to be $250,
$230,
$200 to $250.
I don't know, because MMC don't normally charge a heck of a lot. So now I'm going to recant my statement.
This is a Carnifex size figure.
170, between 150 and 170, I estimate.
But wasn't Carnifex 179? If I remember correctly,
I think so. I sold mine.
Carnifex was reissued recently too. So
and I'm also basing that on the price of. I'm also basing that on the price of the Optus Pexis, which was
$100, right?
10. Yeah, 100.
Yeah. So probably double the price.
Yeah.
So probably double the price, about $200. What do you think, Brink? You think you're gonna be around at 200?
So of course, Carnifex from Toy Arena is $239. Carnifex from TF Source, which ends up being the highest in most cases, is $299.
I don't.
Big Bad Toy Store Carnifex reissue was $239. So I think this guy's over $200.
TF Source inflates a lot of their stuff, especially their classic stuff.
But BBTS typically doesn't until it sells out. So that's was it in stock at BBTS?
Good question. Let me bring it up. Yeah, he's in stock.
Okay,
he's in stock. So, $239.
We'll yeah. All right. So Brink thinks it's gonna be about $265. Look at that, man.
So we thought we'd have a discussion again, taking you into the deep dive on these topics. Obviously, on the left is our newest release, and on the right, Scotty, help me out. You sent me this. What are we looking at on the right side there?
Perfect Effect. Perfect
Effect Fort Max. Okay.
Yep.
With no upgrade kit. So this
always
is
wanted
upgrade kit.
Yes, that's correct.
And so the upgrade kit made it look like the one on the left. I remember that now.
Yes.
And what we should have done, I should have done this. I should have actually sent you in the IDW, like some comic frames as well, because that would have been the right way to compare these guys.
Just to compare the two of them. Yeah.
Well, actually, interestingly enough, on the left, you see the ab is absent of that aqua blue. That's actually more comic accurate to not have the aqua blue there. I actually like the aqua blue better, but and it's interesting. Perfect Effect went for that red on the chest in the middle. And in fact, that's where they put his Autobot sign. So it's kind of a neat kind of thing that they did. But in reality, putting an Autobot symbol on the left one's chest is going to be more comic accurate.
There's something about the paint applications on the left that I like. That I think it's the more red, like the red against the blue. It just makes the MMC one pop better. The tanks are a nice touch. Like I think the tanks are nice and imposing. Like this is gonna look nice on your shelf. But there's some details on this one on the right, this Perfect Effects one, that's pretty good too. I don't think you can go wrong either way. They're both really solid looking figures. So,
and arguably, the Perfect Effect also had some pretty amazing articulation, right?
Mhm.
It did.
And the nice thing about the Perfect Effect was that you could take the tank treads off. I don't know that you have that option with the MMC, so
I doubt it. You wouldn't need to either because of just how much it fits in underneath in that alt mode there.
Yeah, and here's your alt mode crap on the right hand side from the Perfect Effect. And they
nobody transforms in this show, so it doesn't matter.
And you know what? I'll give them this. They had an amazing imagination in making this guy turn into a head that fits on your original G1 Fort Max.
Right.
That was pretty freaking cool. But only if you had an original G1 Fort Max.
Correct. Yeah. That was one
of my grails.
Yep. I got that fixed up.
Yeah. So the last one we got from MMC was this version of Drift, which they're calling Stray. Very clever MMC.
Yeah.
And this looks like an interesting figure too. Again, an IDW thing. I'm not going in on this at all. I know Drift is a super popular character though out of the IDW comics. So again, good on MMC for grabbing stuff that the community wants and throwing it out there. The most interesting thing I like about this is actually the alt mode. And Eric, you got to help me out because this is bugging me for days since I saw this. This looks like a Nissan something. Do you have any idea what car this is?
It looks like Corolla.
Is it a Corolla?
Yeah, and it's very reminiscent
like a
to the initial. Yeah, it's in the 80s.
Yeah, the 80s. Yeah.
Initial D, but it has its own code name in Japan, and I don't remember what it was.
See,
but it's from Initial D.
Okay, so I looked up Nissan 80s cars and I came across a Sikorio, I think they called it, which looked very similar to this. But you're right. Now that you say, Toyota Corolla, I do remember the Corolla looking like that back in the day. So it could be either. Funny enough, too, that it being, Japan car, Japan style character, the steering wheel's on the right hand side, unless this picture is reversed, which I don't think it is. But so the steering wheel's on the right hand side like they have in Japan. So that's kind of funny, too. The big reaction on this one though wasn't this release, but the repaint that they're also going to release, which oh my god, if I wasn't in on this figure, I might be in on this figure because that's just sick. Like
I'm in for both. I'm in for both. This will be my alt mode. The other one will be
Brink also posted what it is. It's a Toyota AE86. It's actually called a fastback over there. As well. And it is a Toyota, but it's called something else too. Because they have their own little code name.
Yeah,
it's a liftback. I'm sorry, it's a liftback. It's a liftback.
Liftback.
Okay. Yeah, SR5 liftback.
Yeah.
So I've often said that in my opinion, is probably the most consistently good MP company out there.
Yep.
And I know that there's plenty of toys fanboys that'll argue with me, but the reality is these guys think outside the box. The whole all-in-one stuff is, there is some sacrifices, no question about it, but they're doing something that other people are not. And in this case, they are taking an IDW comic character that you can fully display in an IDW comic shelf, but also pulling in an 84 MP alt mode that could be completely within your MP 80, G1 Autobots and completely fit in.
Yeah. So I'm buying this. I'm buying this mode here, but I will say what we're looking at is actually the car, the real life car just taken. This is nothing. This is not their alt mode. This is not their mock-up or anything. This is what that car actually looks like. So the fact that they're bringing it in, and they call this the Dimensions Bridge. So it's basically like Scott said, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it's a wide body kit. That was a wide body kit. So I'm looking forward to it, man.
Yeah,
man,
no,
that's like something out of GTA.
No, exactly. Yeah, and as a motorsports guy, like the minute I saw this, I was looking at the rims, I was looking at the wide body kit, I was looking at like even like the details on the treads, right in the tires. Like these are obviously rubber tires, and they actually have tread lines right in here. Like,
well, that's a real car. That's why. That's what I was saying. That actually is a real car.
This is an actual car.
Correct. That's not a mock-up of theirs. This is.
That's why. That's what was so amazing about this. If they're gonna pull that off,
look,
are they gonna actually pull that off?
Right. So I hope it looks close to this once it's all said and done. But the fact that they're teasing it like they did the drift, because they did that on like April Fool's Day or something like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cool. Okay. I see what you're saying. There's no panel lines or anything on this at all. Yeah. So that's yeah. Okay. So I can actually go and buy this car tomorrow. Okay. I'm on it. Okay. Good.
There
Thanks.
you go.
All right. Anyway, so we'll move on to the stuff that Scotty and I like to talk about, and that was New Age's reveal. And
hey, I'm in on these too.
Are you in on those too? Yeah. Of course they are, because
I got a few.
It's the last Dinobot. They're calling H67 Varan. Anyway,
let's just say
Snarl.
It's Snarl.
Thank you. This is Snarl.
Yeah.
So we're getting Snarl. So we're going to get to complete our New Age Dinobot set, which is fantastic. And again, we've got a really good looking New Age figure. I'm a little iffed about the inside legs. Like they forgot the mistake they made with Grimlock and somehow managed to recreate the same thing with the inside legs on this guy. Maybe we'll get some filler pieces down the road. Who knows? But you know what? I'm just happy to have a complete New Age Dinobots set. The rest of it looks pretty good, right? Head sculpt looks good. Tune accurate. That's my only major complaint with it. Is just the inside of the legs there.
And with this, they missed in the same way that they missed with the Slag, which, by the way, people, if you're not aware, Slag has been shipping. He just started shipping like last week. So if you're not in on it, get in on it.
I need to get in on that.
They made the same thing. They made the same mistake, which is you could have painted the inside of that head gray or to match the rest of that leg, because there's no other way that inside is seen but in this mode.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Okay.
So and there's, I mean, geez, like,
come on, it looks great. It looks
right.
Yeah.
Like that's just an awesome, and I think most of us are probably going to be just playing them in Dinobot mode anyway, right? So I mean, they're Dinobots.
Going to be in the
robot.
Yeah, for sure.
They're throwing in a flame effect, and it's actually a curved up flame effect. We'll see in another pick coming down. But I appreciate New Age throwing in these blast effects with their figures, with their Dinobots. It just really helps with the shelf presence. This is all just an effect that somebody did, but cool shot.
I think the tail actually comes up that far.
Yes, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, there it is with Swoop in the background. There's all the accessories, right? So we're getting that. That's what the flame effect looks like.
So Wolfie just said something that I think is worth mentioning.
Unfortunately, we got to talk about the bull crap. So let's do it. Let's do it.
And Jay Geeter also, a few comments up there, Eric, somewhere. So there were some rumors floating around very shortly after this was released that New Age is going to be releasing a 6th Dinobot. No idea what it's called or who it is. And apparently they will combine.
And that is from New Age's mouth.
Yes,
exactly. And then New Age
recently
turned it on their page recently that yes, there is going to be a 6th Dinobot, and yes, they are going to be able to combine. No combino the dino, as they say. I will not be in on a 6th dino. I will not be in on a combiner dino. Paddles.
I'm with you.
Yeah. So New Age can do what they want, but I will not be doing that. And by the way, before we get into that, Eric, yes, good point. For some reason, there's no gun in this picture.
Correct.
Now, all the Dinobots so far have come with a gun, so I'm assuming maybe it just got missed out of the picture. But that is an interesting catch as well, that there is no identified gun accessory in this picture. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there. There has been there has been situations with some of the other Dinobots, right, that depending on the version you buy, some of them came with a sword, some of them didn't, some of them came with a gun, some of them didn't. So it may just be related to that. I would have to assume that the Toon one, that they're going to give him a gun. Again, we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. Chat squad and guys, what do you guys think about 6 Dino? Are you in? Are you out? Combining dinos? Are you in?
Let's go around one by one. Everybody who's in on them. Go ahead, Ben. No,
I don't like my dinos to combine, but I'm not in on the new age dinos, but they look great.
Fair enough. Scotty?
Nope.
Just like that. No, definitely not. I'm not doing a 6 Dino. That makes no sense to me. Moving on.
Eric, did you get him?
So I'm not into the combining, so I just want the basic 5. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
I'm not even on the 6 one. I'm getting these, the 5, and I'm done. That's it.
Bring up Brink's last comment, Eric.
Let's see what he said.
That guy, entertaining. Yeah, the gun comes with paddles.
Yeah, I'm sure it does. 4 raptors to transform into feet in the hand like King toys.
Hey, I like my King toys. Pretty keen.
Yeah,
about 7 other people.
Mine too.
So anyway, after all that, let's get into the thing that everybody wants to talk about, the real exciting news that came out that everybody's been waiting for. Can you guess, boys and girls, in the chat squad? Can you guess what Fans Toys released?
The nitty gritty.
We're getting Dead End, and we're finally getting Marauder, aka Menasor, aka the Stunticons. Round of applause for all of you that stuck this out, because I didn't. I bailed on this over a year ago.
For another 2/3 of a year.
Yeah. So no dates, unfortunately. We're not getting any details on that yet. But
no pre-orders.
No pre-orders, no anything like that. So, but I mean, we do have these full color, real life pictures. Looks like this isn't a rendering. This is actually Dead End sitting on the arm there. The interesting part about all these pictures is the differences between these 2 sets of figures. One obviously being cartoon, the other one I'm assuming is the toy. Cars are on the back of the legs versus cars on the front of the legs. The chest on the 2 is completely different. It'll be interesting to see how they pull this off. Now, they seem to, as we go through the pictures, you'll see, but they seem to be hinting at this being a 6th edition of the Stunticons, and I can't remember the name, but he showed up somewhere anyway.
Yeah. Blackjack.
But these are, what's that?
Is it Blackjack?
Yeah, I think that's what somebody said. Is they called it Blackjack.
Yeah.
Anyway, so this is right. This is what we're getting, and it is going to be a second trailer, which they had teased at one point. Yeah.
2 trailers.
There is the Blackjack car, right, which is the additional chest mode or whatever. But yeah, it is going to be collapsed down into a second trailer. We're going to have some weapon storage for the sword. And the gun.
So
right?
Let's go back before because we need to slow down through these. Let's go back to the trailer.
Yep.
So that trailer and I told people this, Fans Toys used that one sale in the cartoon where it had a double trailer.
Yeah, the double trailer. Yep.
Yeah,
I just saw that cartoon episode.
Yeah. That one, and they
said,
did something smart. Yeah, so that's where they took this from, because
I didn't
their
realize
Motormaster was all inclusive. The trailer did some voodoo magic and transformed into one piece in his back. But then now they give you this, and I think it's smart to have the combiner pieces as one separate thing.
Absolutely.
Now, the fact that they're packaging it with one figure that you absolutely need to finish the set, I do think that's kind of asinine if you don't want to combine it. But I do think to put them all in one thing and to give you the car as a separate piece is pretty cool, to give you the toy look from back in the day. So I do think this is worth exploring.
One thing though is that that trailer, it does not equal. Like the back trailer is way longer than the front.
It's way longer.
Yeah.
But But I do think if you cut off
Like 2.5.
maybe the back end where that air conditioning part looks like it is, that might
freezer
might
trailer.
shorten it up. Yeah, it's a freezer trailer, man. You know they got to ship that Energon and keep it nice and cold.
I'm gonna go back to this. Actually, these two pictures too, because something I noticed when I was looking at this is the shoulders on the two of these are different as well.
Yeah,
and they're supposed to be.
Yeah, and this does seem to be the back of the trailer, like you're talking about there, Eric. Right, so it seems to be this here. It's just interesting again to see what the transformation is going to be like to let you get these different shoulders along with this different chest piece, right? Version. So, and there's also, by the way, this is also different too, right? This is a purple translucent here, and this isn't. So again, there's some interesting, like maybe this is on the back, right? And this is on the front, and you're rotating the torso around. It's going to be interesting to see how they're pulling off all of these different elements and pieces, right? To allow you to get either mode that you want. And of course, we're getting different head sculpts as well. They're giving us like a decent amount too, right? We got 2 for the toy, 4 for the cartoon, 4 different face sculpts. A lot of options, for sure. So, you know, as we always say, options are good. Again, maybe too many accessories, but if it all collapses down into this trailer, then I think I'm good with it.
I'm down.
So if I'm looking at this right, the one version is the G1 cartoon version, and the other is maybe the Combiner Wars
Studio
version.
Studio Ox.
The Studio Ox. Studio Ox. Okay, so those are the differences between the two.
The Studio Ox one look more samurai-ish, and you can see it on there. But what's also cool, and I think is worth discussing as well, is Rusty, can you zoom in on the forearm portions, like where the elbow bend would be?
Yeah, there's some kind of actually, I think there's a better picture of it in the second slide here, right here.
Yeah, so but I wanted to show it on both, so you can see that one. So this thing is gonna elongate. So it's basically gonna be the size of its robot mode, and then there's gonna be a clamp over piece that kind of covers it up. So this won't separate like the other one. So they're all even doing that different. So I think that's pretty cool too. I think they figured it out, which is great. And kudos to them for figuring it out and giving you something where it all looks like one piece. And it looks like the whole car, which I think is cool. Now I know some people want it to kind of look like armor, so that, you know, that was an option with certain things like the Magic Square toy version and stuff like that. But I like this. I dig it. It's cool. I think it's very intuitive, and I'm looking forward to combining it at least once because I bought these in bot mode.
Definitely.
Yeah. And this thing's going to be massive too, right? Like if we're looking at the cars, right? We all know how big that the cars are. This thing is going to be a monster.
So this thing's going to be about 2 feet tall. It's going to be as big as their Omega Supreme, right?
Yeah.
It should be just a tad shorter than the Omega.
Inches, I think somebody said.
Yeah.
So we got some good pictures with the Superior on as well, right? That we already know is coming out. I think Viper is on the way out. So
he is.
We should be able to do it soon.
Mm-hmm.
Some good articulation on both of them. Again, as mad or as frustrated as I got with Fans Toys about this whole thing, I think they pulled off something absolutely fantastic here.
They did, man. It's magic. So let me address this real quick with DS Icon, because we've been arguing about this.
The one I saw was driving.
Double trailer. Yeah, I don't know why
he's driving that, and it was double.
It's
I saw it yesterday.
Yeah, I told him that. You don't believe me.
I never saw it before, and I just saw it yesterday for some reason. I was looking at one.
That's when it looked like it was a double trailer.
No.
Nah, I saw him driving on the road. I don't know what episode it was.
Okay. But it was in one episode, and that's why I said Fans Toys, and but
it was only one.
They'll take this one sale and they'll build off of that. The same reason why you got 2 different color Cyclonuses, because they took one from the movie and one from the cartoon, and Galvatron. They did the same thing. But I'm looking forward to it, man. But I know you're a trucker, and I know you know a lot about trucks. But I think the argument's over, bro. 4 years.
Oh man,
Eric is shutting it down right there. Wow. Anyway, again, the thing I was surprised about when this was revealed was that there wasn't as big a reaction to this in the crowd as I thought that there should have been.
I
Again,
think
that
over it, man.
maybe,
Yeah,
and that's what I'm
fatigue.
thinking, right? Like people are just like, okay, finally, thank you, and that was about it, right? So I get the frustration in the community in that. It was just a little surprising to me. I thought there would have been like a big explosion, like a big sigh of relief from the crowd.
And
that, hey,
also,
it's here,
if we're being fair, people have seen this already. They didn't see that part, but
That's
they've
fair.
seen this
Right.
combined. Nobody's
Yeah.
seen that Metroplex, especially from MMC, and people love what MMC does. Like they have their own Fort Max. They have their own fan base that goes Google Gaga over that reformatted line, and to see that not be dead, people love it, and I think they're happy to see it come back.
Well, and honestly, I got to give it to DX9, and maybe I'm giving it to him because I fell for it. But DX9 re-released theirs, and I was tired of waiting for this. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go in. And if I'm happy with it, then I'm going to get rid of my fans toys. And that's exactly what I did. The DX9 is that good. And the transformations are simple and easy and intuitive. And it's like, you know what? This is my Minosaur. So I sold all my fans toys.
You're not wrong. Yes, it was teased 5 years ago, but then we ain't see it anymore. This was teased and then showed again and then showed again. And then now we finally see the final. I think people are just over it. They just want it to be out.
Agreed.
Yep. Anyway, so then maybe the more exciting part. I don't know if this is more exciting than this, because as you said, we've seen this, we talked about it, we're waiting for it, it's finally out. But as we talked about in the last episode, we saw those announcements from BBTS and
Chosen Prime.
Right, they're Chosen Prime saying, unfortunately, the Berserk not going to be made anytime soon. And then lo and behold, we find out the reason why, because fans went ahead and did it.
Yeah,
right.
They redesigned it again. Third time.
But everybody wants
y'all
money
getting
at
that price.
the new price is going to be, right? So they had to cancel everything that they had, make something up, and there it is. Fans Toys is going, we got you.
I think it was this, because if you look at this is the third version of of their Blitzwing. So now, if you really think about it, or want to actually give them credit, or at least this is what the fans boys say, that was a different version. That version 2, that's the one they canceled out because they're releasing this one.
Derek. So I'm gonna correct you, bro.
No, it's not. No. I know exactly what you're gonna say, but I'm talking about what the fans boys are saying.
No, forget what the fans boys saying. The truth of the matter is, the original pre-order went up with that first version. The second version
20 years ago.
Yeah, 20 years ago. The second version kept that pre-order up, and then now with the third revision, they like, this is gonna cost about $150 more. I'm not taking the loss like I did on what's that? Not Hound, but what's his name? Yeah, Trailbreaker. So I got a discount from BBTS for Trailbreaker, and remember when X Transbots released their Springer and the price changed and they just went to the deluxe version, it was like $200. I got it for $169, so I got a discount on that too. So they'll honor certain pre-orders, but they're not gonna take $150 loss, and I wouldn't either. So I'm like, you know what? We going with the story. Fans Toys ain't making it up. On second thought, guys, I forgot. Hey, they are making this.
But honestly, if you want to pay $150 or less for a Blitzwing, you buy the Star Toys.
The Star Toys is not a bad idea.
No,
and we'll get into that as we go through the slides. But Big M in the chat just pointed out the first thing that I noticed with this too when I saw this. I'm not digging this purple. I don't think this purple is right. And it may not be final, right? I get it, but
like that color.
but initially this purple, like it's not this. It's not Astro Train purple, and I feel like it should be, right? But anyway, there it is with a side-by-side shot. Now again, like typical fans toys, like this looks again like a fantastic MP scale, gonna sit on your shelf, it's gonna pop, it's gonna have good paint applications, it's gonna look amazing, right? I think it would have looked better with a darker purple than this is not what I remember, right, from the cartoon.
Look,
but
this is Gem and the Holograms pink. Let's just call it what the color is. All right.
So in that cartoon, if it wasn't like, so this is, you can tell this is a higher light on this. but it's gonna be a smidge darker than this. But in a cartoon, it was just a smidge darker than this. In the movie, it was a little darker because it was done by Studio Ox. But go back and take a look, man. I think you guys will see that color is.
Well, I got a slide for you later. We can talk about it. And so again, this is just some of the pictures. So there it is with Galvatron, right? Again, this is going to look solid on your shelf. If you haven't gotten the Star Toys one yet. By the way, typical Fans Toys reaction, obviously, right? Another third-party company releases a figure that they had already planned in the works, and what happens? Oh, magic! We have one too. Whatever.
So to be fair, Wolfie says that Fans Toys confirmed this is not the final color.
Okay.
That's what the Fans Boy said. That's what he said. But to be fair, Star Toys already was out. They got their money. They're on their second reissue in a different color.
And that's the one I'm getting ready to get.
And now Fans Toys is deciding, okay, it is time to finally reveal theirs. So I don't think this is them stepping.
They did a little different.
Yeah, like X Transbots. If X Transbots would have dropped another one, they would have been like, all right, here's ours. But they, because they don't like them for some reason. They got
the timing's suspect on it, Eric. But fair enough.
I don't think so. I don't think so, man.
I'm gonna
actually,
disagree
this is the
with
first
you,
time
sir.
I've seen this with the two different sized barrels. So like you've got the bigger barrel there from the actual, or you've got the smaller kind of like cartoon,
which
accurate.
is toy versus toon, right?
Yeah. And if you don't think the size matters, you can go with the one on the right.
So leave it here for a second, Rusty. Sorry, go ahead, Derek. I'll let you go ahead.
No, I'm saying I don't think Fans Toys is ever worried about anyone else coming out with any of their options because they just know that their fan base is going to.
As soon as they come out,
it's not going to matter to them.
They trying to step on it quick.
Oh yeah, they
actually, I don't even think they're focused on that because if you would have asked, if you had the relationship where you could ask them and be like, "Hey, are you bringing this out because of Star Toys?" and then be like, "What's Star?"
But they're not going to tell you that. But I don't think they care about Star Toys. But
they have way too often released an image of something right after someone else announced something for it not to be a thing. I agree with you in the fact that they shouldn't have to. And in my opinion, I'm not going to not buy a Fans Toys just because X Transbots came out with something. But the fact that they've done it so often, Derek, it is very intentional. They do it on purpose.
Yeah.
They don't have to. I agree. Yeah. They don't have to be dicks because they make a quality product, but they're definitely dicks.
Do.
So
anyway, we've had the discussion. Yeah, go ahead.
Before we move on, I want to talk about those fins at the top because you can tell those are some type of tail fins turned over. I don't like that. That purple piece sticking out above the shoulders, I don't like it. I think they need to.
We'll get into it. I got a slide. Yeah. I got a slide for that too.
It throws it off. Yeah.
Yeah. This is the alt modes.
The same thing.
Yeah. These are the alt modes. Again, looks pretty clean. There's a little bit of stuff going on in the wings here for the alt mode. I suppose you could call it kibble. I do remember the toy being like this too, right? There was like an upper and lower wing in the alt mode, from what I remember. It is too bad that this doesn't clean up. But again, this may not be the final product either, right? So maybe they will figure out a way to clean this up, whatever.
And the front of that tank is
well, that's another thing I noticed too. The front of the tank is, and the jets coming out the back too, is also distracting in both these alt modes. But I remember distinctly the tank mode having this part of the cockpit jutted out the front, and I remember the jets being on the back of the tank. So Fans Toys may be doing that thing again.
Could be a two-tune problem.
or a two-toy, or they're trying to split the difference, right? Which I've talked about before, is that they seem to be trying to appease both. And I just keep saying, the more that you try to do that, the more you're going to detract from the thing you were actually trying to get, right? So
I'm gonna throw them some bail. Astro Train was an absolute hit in all modes, so I think they're gonna be able to pull this off the same way, which is why we got 3 revisions.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope they can clean this up a bit better. But
I'm okay with that because I think that was in the tune, so I'm okay with it.
It was definitely in the toy. I don't know if it was in the tune, but I definitely remember this being in the toy, and I remember the jets being in the toy as well. There's the 3 versions like you guys were talking about. I threw it in there just so we could take a look, right? So this is how it has evolved over the last few years, 20 years, as Ben has pointed out.
I like
at least Did we ever get a color rendition of 2? I don't think we did. I think it was
somebody
always
did.
grayscale,
The first
Okay.
2, no, we didn't.
So we're definitely further along, and it's funny because like there's stuff from the middle one that I like better than the stuff that's in the third one. But again, when you're dealing with a triple changer and trying to keep it tune accurate, there's probably some sacrifices you got to make in your design, right? This still looks good.
Yeah, the
Right.
cockpit showing in the tank mode, the cockpit of the plane showing in tank mode is definitely tune accurate. I just don't think it was the right choice.
Yeah.
Depends on what they're going for again, right? So now we'll get into some fun discussions. Scotty's going to be all over this. I know he is. Again, shout out to Sony.
The
There's this
flip
logo in
ups
the
are
middle.
part
I
of the
want
tune,
everybody. I want
The
everybody
shoulders.
to see it. Sony, thank you very much for putting this together. I stole this from you. We're going to use it to have this discussion. So shout out to Sony at TM Reviews. We borrowed it. Anyway, so for those of you who don't know, that is Star Toys on the left, right? The third-party company that just released their Blitzwing. And then we got the Fans Toys one on the right. Again, that purple on the Star Toys, I think, hits the mark better for me than the Fans Toys one. And the Star Toys one looks cleaner. It just...
It is more tuned.
Yep.
More tuned. There's not a lot of paneling
the
going
wings are cleaned
on.
up. Yep.
Wings are cleaned up.
I'm sorry, before we go too far, can we go back to the Fans Toys 3 comparison? So that's what I wanted to get into real quick. So
Sorry,
you can tell they took a progression from this is our Blitzwing to we're going to give you a little bit of the tune inspired, but still give you our stylization to full tune in version 3. Because look at how slim the arms are. Look at how slim the eyes are. They went and cleaned this up and made it just like the tune, which that is where the MP world is now. So I get it.
Yep.
And I'm okay with it because I'm a tune tickles kind of guy. But for the people who miss V1 and V2, there's always G-Walk.
I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
of all three of
My
these,
favorite.
I like the V3 the least.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah,
You
I
got
do
a
too.
tune
And
tickles
I'm,
guy.
but I'm a
like
tune
V2.
guy. Like I love the tune aesthetic. I go for that all the
you
time.
like the tune cartoon, but you don't like the tune toys.
I do like the V2.
And Eric, those things on the shoulders is in the tune.
They are. They
Yeah.
are. They just
What?
They are a little
Flip up
distraction.
things. Yeah.
Shut
Yeah,
up.
I
Yeah,
We'll
it
check
is
it out. We'll
distracting.
check it out. We'll check it out. I got a slide for it. We'll check it out.
Okay.
Look at
Uh,
Rusty all prepared. He's like, come on,
Yeah,
guys,
prepared.
calm down a little bit.
Just trust
Put on
me
his
over here,
toes.
guys. There's the alt mode. So again, I'm not sure how I feel about like the yellowing of the Fans Toys color here, right? The Star Toys one just seems to look a little nicer.
I think that's where they gave you the toy because the
Yeah.
toy was about that color.
Yeah.
The tune was too.
Yeah, the tune is the tune's not as that.
it's
Well, the
more washed
movie
out.
is.
Yeah.
The movie is, but that tune is more the one at the top.
Yep.
Yeah, and again, I like the tune aesthetic on my toys. I do, but
Yeah.
honestly,
No, that's what I
think
meant.
The
tune
choice
on the
of
top.
the
tune is
the
on top
choice
there
of
in
the
top.
non-cockpity front of the tank is better.
Yeah. I like the I like the tune accurate in my robot, but I'm always looking for some type of realism to the real world vehicle. So having
Yeah.
that cockpit stuck out the front just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
So you're tune
anyway.
and robot, but when it comes to the real world car, you want a real world car. Got it.
I'd like to see a real world car, and the companies that can pull that off are the ones that get my respect, right? Like we've seen MMC do it a lot, right? So,
I will say
but
that,
again, yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that the tank treads and the like wheels inside the treads look better
Hmm.
on the Fans Toys.
No way.
No,
It
Disagree.
looks way better on the Star Toys. The Star
Yep.
Toys look more realistic. That just
Yeah,
looks like
the Fans
a
Toys look
cardboard.
just phony.
this
It looks
isn't.
like-
this
yeah, it
isn't.
looks fake.
This purple in here is terrible. I don't like.
Yeah.
Why did they put this purple in here? They should have done just fill it in with gray or black.
Right.
Or,
Or just
I don't
they
know.
Well,
left it
I'm
black.
sure it's gonna be a part of the airplane. They had to do it for the airplane.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because the
maybe.
way they make it look like right now, they're making you clearly understand that these treads don't
Just for the
roll
toy.
or
Correct.
the wheels don't roll at all. So
Yeah.
It's weird. It's different. But I mean, if you look at this here and look at the one at the top, they hinge the same way. So I mean, I think Star Toys figured it out, and Fans Toys was like, "Up, somebody figured it out. Let's get one and take it apart."
Yep.
Mhm.
There's the alt mode, or the other
good.
alt mode. Both of them look good. Again, it's that purple on the Star Toys one that gets me, and I don't think there's a lot of differences between the two of these to pick one or the other. I think they both did a pretty decent job on this jet mode, at least from this picture, right?
The nice thing about the Star Toys is that it incorporates a molded missile in both sides, and the FT one is basically using the sword and the gun for the robot gun for
using it to hide up the cable in between the wings. But again, it's weapon storage, right? So I'll give them that one, that they're throwing in some weapon storage there for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks good though, man. Even the top is more interesting because looking at the top, and it's hard to tell here, but I own it. The Star Toys is just flat, like it's so smooth that it's almost like boring almost. At least
it's almost like a jet.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, but even but if we being honest, real world jets have panel lines because they're plated together, and none of them just a complete piece of sheet metal. So I think even this makes it more, real world to it. So
that's why I like version 2 better.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong. I like the Star Toys in all modes. I think they did a phenomenal job, especially for a company that's only been doing this for a little while, aka Transform Element. But I think they did a good job, man.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wouldn't want to take advantage of that name, because they did such a good job with the Optimus and with the Mirage. It's like, why wouldn't you want people trusting your product?
I think they went on a run, bro, because when they found out that they were, I think they're related to Black Mamba. When they started doing that Black Mamba Prime, and they probably pieced the pieces together. That's instantly when the name changed, and then it was Deformation Space, and then it was and then it's what is it now? It's something else, Star Toys. So I think they were in some trouble, and they're just trying to stay out of the way.
Fair.
And I think we've also talked about the fact that it may also be Deformation Space, right? So it's who knows, right?
Did an amazing job in Seekers.
Anyway, I think Scotty, you sent this to me too, and I threw it in there because I thought it was interesting. So just sort of highlighting some of the differences between the Fans Toys and the Star Toys, right? Again, there's a lot more paneling going on in the Fans Toys one. There's some gapping going on there at the top of the thigh, and again, those wings at the top are distracting. Now, if it is in the cartoon, again, we'll get into it. I got a slide for you. You just got to hold on. One more slide, I promise. But the Star Toys on the right is super clean, right? I mean, those every panel on that is smooth, it's flat, it's there's no paneling going on, so kudos to them for pulling that off. I think I gotta go with Scotty on this. If I was going to buy a Blitzwing at this point, from what I'm seeing in the pictures, the Star Toys one for the price, I might actually walk away from Fans Toys on this, but it's Fans Toys quality, boys and girls, so pick your poison.
I will say that the head sculpt on the Fans Toys one is spot on, more spot on.
They both are though. I think because this one looks like Star Toys is going to be a much bigger figure, because he's a little more bigger than Astro Train, a little more bulkier. But let me ask you, if while Rusty's going through this, can somebody see if they can find the V2 jet? Let's see if it's around somewhere.
V2 jet of the Fans Toys one.
Be on that one that was just canceled for you.
So I like Star Toys for a lot of reasons, especially in bot mode. It's the cleanest bot that I've seen of anybody doing a triple changer, period. It's cleaner than the Springers. It's cleaner than the Octane. It's very, very much more cleaner than anything Unique Toys has ever done. So I dig it, but I also like how interesting the Fan Toys look in its bot mode as well, and I think it's going to pair better with Astro Train, although the Star Toys is not a bad look for Astro Train with it. But I think this they're going to have a shelf presence together that is going to be phenomenal.
And then the thing you've all been waiting for, it does. Ben's right. There it is, right there. Look.
Yeah, but it was closer to that V2. Why they the opposite way? No.
So
it is distracting though.
obviously, we can find multiple iterations of this.
Yeah, it's probably different in another panel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We can find multiple iterations of this. I was thinking more about the color, right? But it looks like Star Toys actually went too dark and Fans Toys went too light, right? And this is somewhere in the middle. But they both picked up on all of the details, like the little red triangle and the stripe at the top of the shoulders, right? The yellow, whatever these are, right in the middle of the chest. Head sculpt is the same, right? Both red dot at the top, red visor, the gun barrel coming out the top.
So neither company got it right technically. If you're looking at the purples,
this is it, right? Is that you can either go with the dark purple or you can go with the light purple. Again, we wait for fans.
But I think
to
because
see,
of the light is shining on that.
You could be right, Eric.
Yeah, it's. I honestly, given Fans Toys' track record for paint, I have no doubts that that's going to be fixed.
Yeah.
So here's a tank for the V2, and this might be the V1 tank. Is this what you're looking for, DS? Let me know.
See, and the tracks in this are completely different, right, than what we got. Yeah. So, but again, it's a 3D render versus what could they actually pull off with a triple changer, right? So,
right.
There's no. In fact, you know what? That is a Sherman tank, just like Warpath. Right, it doesn't have the jet jutting out the front of it, right? So they went from
that's
a real world tank to a cartoon accurate tank. That's what they've done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Brink sent you also the what he thinks is the V2, because I think this is the V1. So look in your messenger, Rusty, and let's see what you got.
And that's such a watered down render. Like that's not even a render of an actual toy right there.
No,
right?
It's not. Actually, Brink sent it to me too. So let's see what he has.
Okay.
And then Ben sent me some too. So let me see what we got out here, guys.
Well,
let's see what Ben got, because Ben actually has.
I'm not sure if that's V2 or not.
Photos. Not sure if this.
Well, scrolling down, it can show.
That is the V2. So
yeah. At
hold
least
on,
that
let me
one
see
looks
if I
a little
can
bit more
present my
cooked.
screen.
Oh yeah. So Brink is saying
that's it.
Down.
That's it.
There it is.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it there.
That is the V2.
And that's a great
jet. I remember that.
That is
V2
and it's clean. And it's clean. Look, like the arms are tucked under the wings, right? So
I think the biggest thing about this at the time was the fact that the turret comes off. You can take the turret off because
that's probably why they were able to accomplish it. Yeah. Which is cheating, which I think they realized, and so that's why they didn't go that route.
Yeah, that is part.
Also,
this jet mode looks like a slick jet.
Yeah, but it's not cartoon accurate, right? Because the cartoon had the double wings, right? The bottom and the top wing, right? So, this looks nice. But again, right, Fans Toys has gone for that hyper-tune accurate look, so they were into a V3, and we get what we get.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go down a little more, Derek. Keep going, so you can see them all together with the Blitzwing figure. So that was probably their more cartoon accurate shoulders at the time. And then somebody digibashed it at the bottom. Go down a little more. That tank.
Oh, and they just colored it in.
Yeah.
See again. There's this is
for it.
This is why this. This is why this thing took forever and went through 3 versions, right? Because how do you get that robot mode, that tank, and that jet, right, into something that's an actual product, right? They were probably struggling with that for years. Yeah.
Go down a little more, Derek, so you can see them all together with Galvatron. They look great, man. They look freaking great together. Finally, Fans Toys.
I mean, I already got this set all put together with my Star Toys one, so.
I swear, man, every time I see this Blitzwing right now, the Gems theme song goes up in my head.
But I'm down for it, man. Listen, I'm here for
real light purple.
I'm down with it, man. So let's go around StreamYard real quick, and let's talk about the Fans Toys panel here, because this is pretty much the creme de la creme from the con. So let's get a show. Well, not a show of hands, but Ben, what about you? Are you in on this one at all, or do you have the Star Toys as well? Or are you in them?
Yeah, I have Star Toys. I have DX9s, and I'll probably get this. But I don't know what I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna get it and see.
Okay. Scotty, what about you, buddy?
Never got DX9s. It was too ugly.
I love it.
I jumped immediately into the Star Toys one, and I will be keeping it and not ordering and not doing the fans toys.
Ooh, shocker. Rusty, I know you out of MP, so we know.
I'm out of MP. I'm still waiting for New Age to do a triple changer. So I will tell you though, if I was, I've got a real strong connection for Fans Toys Astro Train. That was the first third-party MP, triple change that I bought, and I thought it was a fantastic figure when it came out.
One of their best
and
figures.
I had high hopes for this once it came out, and now that I'm looking at it, I don't think I'd be buying Fans Toys either. I think I'd be buying Star Toys. It just looks cleaner.
Ooh, Derek, what about you, buddy? I know you got the G-Wad and you got Ditka somewhere around there.
Ditka. I got Ditka right here.
That's not Ditka, that's G-Wad.
No, that's G-Wad. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say.
That's the DX9.
I do have Ditka though. It's in the back.
I love the way that looks.
Man,
But,
maybe we should have had
tell
Ben
by
on
the
here
feet.
instead of Derek.
You can
I
always
don't
tell
know.
by the feet. But anyway, I think that the Star Toys one for me, because I'm actually getting that one, actually the version 2 of the Star Toys one with the darker colors. I'm really excited about getting that one. The Fans Toy one, I just think is truly outrageous. Truly
You can't get over that color.
So yeah, I'm in for the Star Toys all day long. But if Fans Toys, if it becomes available and maybe get cheaper miraculously, I may get that one. But I think I'm all in on the Star Toys one.
Cool. So when Blitzwing, when the Astro Chain came out, I bought 3 of that one because I felt like it was perfect to have one for each mode. Yep. That's not a flex. It's just what I wanted for my collection because I collect one for each mode. By me having Ditka, which would be my tank, and by me having Star Toys, which would likely be my jet or vice versa, one of the two, I think actually the Ditka would be my jet. I think I'm gonna buy the Fans Toys for my bot, man. I think it's just gonna have a better shelf presence for Astro Train, but they do need to fix that angle on those purple things at the top, and hopefully they rotate the other way.
It's in the cartoon.
No, but not that way.
The angle though is
yeah.
The angle's backwards. Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
that.
Yeah.
Oh, it is backwards.
Maybe it's transformed, Scotty.
Maybe.
Anyway, I thought I would end this off with a fun joke since we're right in the dog days of summer as it was. So you guys can take a look at that and tell me what you think.
Change. That's funny. But
nice.
we didn't get everybody's opinions on the Minosaur. So who's in on the Minosaur? And we'll end with that.
Sounds good.
I'm not a quitter. So I'm
I gotta be in.
Yeah, and I still got
you at the finish line now.
I have them all. Yeah. I mean, I got X-Trans bots too, so that might be gone.
Same. So I have X-Trans bots as my cars. I have DX9 as my Minosaur, and this will be my individual bots. But I will combine it at least once. You just got to, right? Like you got to. Scotty?
Yeah, I think I made myself known here. I'm DX9 now, and I'm happy.
Yeah, you sold your Fans Toys,
I did.
didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Man.
I'm keeping my Superion though, because the Superion for Fans Toys is superior.
It is, mate. Yeah, it is amazing. But don't sleep on Zeta. Zeta was good, and that's the only mode it was good.
I hated Zeta's wings. I hated.
You can take them off.
I know that was the point. That's what made that thing weak for me was that they were all on pegs. All the wings
I took them off, but I mean, you didn't have to. You could have had them look like the Fans Toys, and it'd have been all right. But yeah, man, to each his own. I'm glad you. I'm looking forward to us having that show. And if you guys don't know, we will be doing a show where Jester comes out. Now, I don't know if I want to do the show where we can combine them all, but I got to see what Ace is doing because we do another show on our channel. Shameless plug. It's called Figure Banging. So he may be combining them all, or he may just be doing the one. If he's just doing the one, then combining it, then we'll go through each one individually, combine them all while we're just talking about the new goodness, and combine them all at the end and show it. So
the new hotness.
Yeah, man. Should be fun. Rusty, you're out on MP, so I know you're not getting this one. And Derek already said he's getting.
I mean, if I had 2 copies of the Fans Toys Stunticons because I wanted one for Robot and I wanted one for the Combiner again. If I hadn't sold them off because I was just tired of waiting, I would 1,000% be in this thing. This is outstanding. Again, congratulations to all of you who have stuck this out and are getting this thing. It's gonna look great.
Yeah, Derek, you're not wrong. It might be a 3-hour show, but if we're talking, I mean, they're jets though. If we're being honest, they really just fold up into slender rectangles. So I think the biggest one is going to be Condor. That's the one that's going to take the most time, and I might do that before I get on the show. The other ones should be a breeze. Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, the jets are easy.
Yeah, man. All right, guys. Well, that concludes our Do You Even Con Bro episode of Do You Even Transform Bro. I think it's time for us to go around StreamYard, get some shout outs, some where you at, man, and let's get on out of here. Let's start with Ben, man. Thanks again for joining us tonight, man. I appreciate you. Give a couple shout outs, some where you at.
I appreciate y'all. Y'all can follow my YouTube channel, Influences Interest, or check out my podcast that doesn't have much to do with collecting, but it's what we thinking. And I'm around. Check me out.
Yes, sir. And just to promote our good brother here is his YouTube channel, Influences Interest, where you can check out what he's been up to as of late, guys. So go ahead and check him out. Yes, sir. All right, let's get with Mr. Derek B.
You can find your boy Derek B on your Book of Faces. You can also find me on Instagram as Derek B. You can also find me here every other Tuesday for Do You Even Transform Bro?
Yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
You know, Dustin and I did a pop-up for right out the box, so you never know when we're going to get that in, but hopefully we'll get another one in soon. If you haven't seen it from last week, check it out.
Yes, sir. Rusty.
I am the Rusty Mechanic, and you can find me as the Rusty Mechanic on all your social media platforms, including YouTube and Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Reddit. And I would like to give a shout out to anybody who does actually follow my channel. I just recently crossed 1,250 subscribers on my YouTube channel, The Rusty Mechanic Transforms. So thank you all very much. Right. I don't know what is happening. I think it's something to do with the Devastator Wars, to be honest, because I've got this one video of a stop motion that I did of Constructor combining, and it's just done this. And I'm getting a bunch of subscribers out of it. So thank you all very much for this.
People love stop motion, man.
They do. It's hard stuff. I love doing it, but it takes so much time, and I just didn't have time to keep doing it. It's crazy. But yeah, that's where you can find me. Just search The Rusty Mechanic on all your social media platforms. You will find me out there somewhere.
Sweet. And our good buddy who is going to be leaving his current residence and making his home in good old Texas. Ain't no hold him. But where can they find you at, buddy?
Little Beyonce action. I'm not as prolific on the social medias as my friend Rusty Mechanic, who is wise enough to make his name the same across all of them. So you'll find me at Scott Marble on Facebook, and then Xbane Reese X on our PlayStation, where I have cooked up with some fellow Realmers to play some Overwatch, and that's been fun, especially after the release of the Transformers collab. And
Christ.
I gotta get on that.
That's right, brother.
YouTube, Ben.
Yeah.
No, I don't really play. My son plays more than me, but I'll jump on there.
Come on, man.
Man. Yeah. All right.
Get the new Transformer skins.
Yes. They're amazing. They're great. They look
awesome. Transaction.
Yo, I gotta see that in action. Yeah.
Well, that's what's up, man. Well, that leaves me, guys. You can find me, Eric B, in your Facebook groups. Eric Burgess. You can find me on Instagram, Mr._EW82. You can find me every other Wednesday, figure banging, but every other week with these fine gentlemen and any special guests we bring through on another episode of Do You Even Transform Bro, guys. We do have other shows on the Realm of Collectors YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find that here. Let's take a look at the Rock lineup, shall we?
We gotta get ourselves a graphic.
Yeah, I mean, if you're not inspired by that montage and soundtrack, then I don't know what you're doing.
Man.
No, right?
You sleeping. So check out the other shows on the Ram of Collectors YouTube station. Oh, you got that transform. Nice.
I do transform.
My little Volkswagen been wrapped up since we've been going. But guys, Derek does have one of his weekly or bi-weekly.
Wait. Derek already made a Gem in the Holograms pun earlier. I can't. Go ahead.
All right. So this is coming off of my great weekend because this quote actually helped me get through what I experienced over the weekend. Everything you ever wanted is sitting on the other side of fear. When you take all the knowledge of what you have and don't apply it, you're never going to know it works until you actually put it together, to put it to use. So I took my fear of thinking that I was going to lose something, and I actually gained as a result of me learning how to do it. So
there you go.
I need y'all to hold on to that.
There you go. That's a good one. And with that, guys, we are out. Peace.